Think of it this way. We have a glass of water and a teaspoon of salt. You put the salt in the glass of water, all you taste is the salt. But now you have a forest pond and a teaspoon of salt, and you put the salt in the forest pond, and there's so much water, you can't taste the salt. Well, if you have enough merit, if your merit is as big as the pond, and your demerit is as small as the teaspoon of salt, you'll never have to deal with those consequences. So what that means is you have to be proactive in your life. You can't be a victim and say, gosh, look what I've done, and now I've got to pay the consequences. You have something to say about those consequences. You can change them before they manifest if you so choose. And how do you do that? Right here, love and kindness. How about random acts of kindness? How about going out into the world and just being useful without being invited? That gives you merit. That goes into your karma account. You want to have a big karma account. You want to have it full, because you don't know how many times you're going to be unskillful in this lifetime. So random acts of kindness always work at making deposits into your karma account. Look at it as a business. This is the business of merit, and demerit. And if you have a whole lot of merit in your karma account, guess where you go when you die? You go to heaven. Because in Buddhism, you don't go to heaven because what you believe in. You don't go to heaven just because you want to. You go to heaven because you've done, said, and acted in a skillful way. You have merit. You don't have to wait. According to Buddhism, I'm going to be clear on this, you don't have to wait to be judged. Because every day you're doing something to get you there. Now, this past week, I had 12 Muslim women from Jordan come to our center to listen to me speak about Buddhism. And they're a tough bunch. They don't give you a break. And I'm talking about karma and good actions and meditation as getting me to enlightenment. And one of the women said, well, how old are you? I said, well, I'm 59. And she said, you don't have much time. And I said, you're right. Every day is an important day to me. But that's it. None of us have much time, whether we're 18 or 80. Our time isn't determined by the general consensus that now we get to live to be 70. Our time is determined by those 5 things I talked about. The natural laws, the biology, the karma, the dharma, the mind. There was a person that came over to Wednesday night meditation class. We have a discussion group every Wednesday night, and it was a young couple, and a friend of hers was hit by a car on Pacific Coast Highway, and both legs were broken, and the arm was broken, and the back was broken, and she was saying, why? Why? This was a good person. This person never did anything bad to anybody. Why did she have to get hit? What was her karma that led her there? And again, we had a long discussion, and it's not just the karma. Did she have great clarity that night? Was she aware? Was she conscious? Well, she had been drinking. Had an argument with her boyfriend. There was a little anger there, confusion. And so she didn't think. She didn't look both ways before she tried to cross Pacific Coast Highway. So it wasn't just her karma. We are required to be present now in Buddhism because this is the only place our life occurs. Our life did not occur yesterday. Yesterday is a bunch of ghosts, and we have a very selective memory of those ghosts and what happened. And tomorrow hasn't happened yet either. We don't know. We have an idea what might happen tomorrow, but we don't know. This is the place where we live our life. This is how we determine what happens next to us by what we think, say, and do right now. We are in charge. You are empowered to make your life better right now, and you can start simply by saying please and thank you. That's what my mom told me. And it worked. People respond to that. You make their life better, and your life is immediately better right now, just by saying something skillful. And acting in a skillful way even has more power. Even more power. We are in charge. It is our life. It is a gift that has been given to us. I don't know by who, but it is a gift that's been given to us. And we do not have to be victims in anything we do. It is up to us, but it requires us to have a couple things in place. A personal discipline. This is difficult. It's hard to be disciplined. But our spiritual practices, our religious practices, allow us to be disciplined in a very special way. To see how our relationship affects those around us and how their relationship affects us. And in the Dhammapada, a very important text in Buddhism, it says, always try to hang around with people that are better than you. Try to find folks that are better than you. Because you know what? You'll become a better person. Now, I thought, well, how selfish is that, though? Because sometimes you want to hang around people that are just sort of like you. Feel sort of comfortable. But they don't give you an opportunity to grow. You already know what that's all about. And if there's somebody a little less skillful than you, you may be able to mentor them, but that's about as much as you need to do. You don't need to be them. You've already been them. You know how that goes. So when I look at that, I'm going, yeah, okay, I need to be careful. I need to be disciplined in what I say and think and do. I need to surround myself with people or opportunities that allow me to grow, even though I hate change, even though I hate to grow, because it always hurts. It never feels good. I'm glad when it's over, but in the process, it is so uncomfortable. Change is not comfortable. You're experiencing it here, right now. There's a different captain that needs to come and guide the ship. And you're figuring out, wow, this one was this way, how's the new one going to be? Change is filled with fear and anxiety and sometimes urgency. It's not happening fast enough. Sometimes it's happening too fast. Can we slow it down? But change just happens. We need to relax. We need to understand that there's no place in this world that is secure. There is no place in this world we can stand, and it will not change. It will always change. So when something is happening that you really like, enjoy it, because a few moments later it's going to be back. Just enjoy the miracle of the present moment. It is a gift to you.